Hi guys, good evening, and welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host, Eddie, and in tonight's video, I will be discussing what I thought of the great-looking trailer for the third and final season of the hit Paramount Plus show, Star Trek Picard. That's right, we got a trailer for the upcoming third and final season. I believe it was yesterday at some point. Yeah, yesterday was a pretty busy day for me, so I saw the trailer, but I didn't have a chance to do a trailer reaction video until now. So I liked what I saw, and I'm ready to talk about it if you'll bear with me while I gather my thoughts. So it dropped yesterday during New York Comic Con, which I believe is today the last day of, and it's a bit smaller. Well, I don't know if it is smaller than San Diego Comic-Con. I actually can't speak to that because I've never been to New York Comic-Con. I've been to San Diego, but not to New York. I don't know if we get as much film or movie news as we do out of SDCC. But we still get some pretty juicy stuff. Like we got the trailer the other day for His Dark Materials, which also is going to be in its third and final season later this winter. And then much later this winter, actually next year, February 16th to be exact, is when the third and final season of Picard will premiere. And from the trailer, it looks like things start off with him trying to find Beverly Crusher after getting a distress call from her. And then we see her in the trailer, so clearly she doesn't remain lost for long. And with one exception, almost the entire bridge crew of the Enterprise from Next Generation is back in this show. And that's not a complaint, that's an observation, a very happy one at that. I mean, we already got to see Riker and Deanna Troi in the first season. And then Brent Spiner played Data in the first season. Then he played his creator as well in the season 1 and 2. And now it looks like he's back to play Lore, which is exciting. Lore was a great bad guy in Next Generation. And since Data's story is finally concluded, it would make sense for Lore's story to conclude as well. And how it concludes will be interesting to see. And then on top of Lore being a returning villain, I guess that guy was supposed to be Moriarty, who was Sherlock Holmes's arch nemesis from the Sherlock Holmes books written years ago. But I know there have been at least a couple of episodes in Next Generation. I think I've seen at least one of them. I don't know if I've seen all of them, but there have been a couple of episodes of Next Generation where somebody's playing on a holodeck of pretending to be Sherlock Holmes. They're facing against Moriarty. Something happens to the ship or the holodeck program where it gets corrupted or whatever, and Moriarty becomes self-aware or an alive holodeck program. Now, how much of a threat he'll actually pose to our characters in this show remains to be seen, but I guess the fact that they're bringing him back means they plan to do something with him. But no matter how big or small his role may be, I think a lot of fans are really excited to see Moriarty return. Don't know if that's the same actor who played him or not, because I don't think I've seen many of the episodes that featured Moriarty. I just know that he was featured in a couple of them in Next Generation over the years. Speaking of interesting villains, I don't know who the cackling old woman is who was taunting Picard and opening fire on his ship with her awesome-looking warship thing, whatever the hell that was. No idea who the actress is or who the character is. She doesn't look familiar at all, but clearly she's got some kind of gripe with Picard, possibly his crew, and if not the whole crew, with at least Picard, and sounds like a gripe with the Federation as well. But she wants revenge on Picard before she destroys or does something to the Federation, and of course it'll most likely be up to Picard and his crew to stop her, on top of dealing with Lore, however Lore factors into the story. And the thing that I also liked, in addition to Lore, is that I love seeing Worf, Geordi, Crusher all return as their respective in their respective roles. But we also got an exciting addition when Picard barks an order, and this young African American woman says, "Yes, Captain," or "Yes, sir," and he refers to her as LaForge. And I was reading about this after the fact. It turns out they have cast one of oh God, and now I'm going to blank on his name. LeVar Burton. There we go. LeVar Burton's real-life daughter is playing his character is playing LaForge's daughter in this show, in this season as well, and it looks like she'll be a member of the crew, which is very exciting and good for her, following the traditions of working in the family business, and this business would be Star Trek in this case. So welcome aboard, Miss Burton, or whatever your name is. I actually don't know what her name is, but I thought that was cool that they actually got her to play a character to her, the daughter of her father's character, as his daughter as well too. So I thought that was a fun little factoid I'd share with you guys. But other than that, I'm excited. I've enjoyed the first 2 seasons of Picard. Both seasons had their great moments and not so great moments, but that's typical for any TV show. But this 3rd and final season looks like it's going to be something pretty special, the way it's going to go out with a bang, most likely. I am absolutely curious and super humorously touched by the fact that Worf is apparently a pacifist, and a pacifist Klingon is almost a contradiction in terms, so I don't know how that's going to work or how long it'll last, but I am absolutely dying to find out. So, hope you guys enjoyed this trailer as much as I did. What did you think of it? I'd love to hear your thoughts and feelings on it. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your Sunday and a great weekend overall. Star Trek Picard premieres on Paramount Plus next year, February 16th. Have a wonderful rest of your day, everyone. And of course, until next time, live long and prosper.